Good afternoon, Pleekers. What's going on? Welcome back to Fourth Down Territory, brought to you in part by the Pleeka Podcast Network. I'm your host, Josh.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're going to be going over some more NFL-themed topics. We've got a pretty light docket today for you. So
yeah, not a lot's happened.
Probably won't be too long of a show, but we wanted to bring it to you anyways.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
I
go ahead.
Go for it.
No, you
nope,
go.
You go.
After you.
I was just gonna say I think we're gonna start by talking about the Rams making yet another trade.
Yeah, apparently they like trading.
Will it ever end?
Well, I read today that they're $3 million over the cap.
Oh, there you go. So something's.
So I mean, yeah.
Well, don't they still have to? They still have to have money to sign draft picks.
Yeah, I don't think that's allotted yet, though.
I thought I heard something, and somebody said that you want to have like 10 to 15 million set aside to sign your rookies. But I know they don't have a first round pick now, so obviously that's going to come down a little bit. But
yeah, I don't know, and I don't know. You still have people who you can cut too.
Oh yeah, for sure. People, they'll have training camp.
I don't know. I was reading about the trade, and then it said that I think there's a place called overthecap.com, and it said
there's a bunch.
They said they were $3 million over the cap. They also said that next year they have the second most money to spend.
Really?
Yeah.
That just means a lot of people are coming off the books.
Yeah, like Sue and
I was actually just looking at Twitter right before we got on here, and it was like Pro Football Talk or something, and it said, "Will the Rams sign Aaron Donald to a long-term contract soon?" So I don't know if I didn't read the article, but I don't know if it's being talked about or if they kind of have maybe an insight to something that.
Yeah, well, they want to sign him before the season. But
yeah, I would assume they're going to lock. I know they're going to lock him up. You know,
they got to.
Yeah,
and
you see his ass training with knives.
No,
you didn't see that,
Mm-mm.
Dude's like I'm assuming it's like his defensive line coach or something, but he has like two Halloween knives, like the big ass fucking like.
Oh right.
And he's like, yeah, and he's like fucking trying to like, and Donald's just doing fucking moves and shit. I was like, what in the fuck is he doing?
Where the hell did you see that shit?
It was all over Twitter.
It
was a couple days ago. I was gonna send it to you, but I was positive you would have been like, yeah, I've already seen it.
Well, the only thing I saw was the fake thing where he was fighting like someone like John Wick or something.
Oh, it's probably based off of that because it's like a big black dude. I'm assuming he's a defensive line coach or a training coach or something, and he's got these two big old fucking knives.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't see that shit. I'll look it up after the show.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Sue was standing next to him, so it was after the Sue signing, but I don't know. I could be wrong on that.
He just got to L.A., so...
Well, it wasn't too long. It was like maybe a couple days ago, 3-4 days ago, maybe.
Yeah.
But the Rams traded the number 23 pick in this year's draft to the New England Patriots for wide receiver Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Yeah, I like the trade for. It's probably going to end up being a good trade for both teams. Patriots always seem to draft well.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll find some fucking steal or package there because now they have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll package them and try to move up. Who knows? Knowing that
They don't usually move up. Yeah.
I was going to say I don't think they tend to move up. I feel like if anything, they tend to move down.
Yeah.
But
they do. They need. Yeah. They have some holes that they need to fill. So
yeah, they have some
receiver
holes.
Now being one of them.
Yeah, because they lost Amendola to Miami.
Yeah.
They traded away Cooks, so they have Edelman, and then I don't know who they have after that.
What's his name from Buffalo?
Oh,
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name either.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Hogan.
Yeah, but
so they have 2 white guys playing receiver for them.
Well, they had 3 last year. 4.
I know.
4 if you count Gronk.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't think they were enamored with Cooks, but
I thought he had a good year last year.
I'll take him. I don't think everybody
You know,
thought he had a good year last year, especially Patriots fans. But
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I guess. I thought he had a good year, but I mean, that's just me
well,
personally.
they say he has limitations, so we'll see. I don't know. I kind of feel like if you give McVay toys, he's gonna.
Yeah, he. I mean, I feel like he's gonna figure out how to use them for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a fucking. He's amazing.
Guru.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like literally took a.
because he was an offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah,
With the Redskins or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Probably helped Kirk Cousins a little bit.
probably.
So it'll be interesting to see. Because the Redskins weren't
Yeah.
as good without him either. I mean, I don't know. He can't do any wrong in my book right now. He's like a savior.
And that'll change eventually.
Yeah, I don't know.
It always does.
Yeah, it never changed.
I mean,
never changed with Vermeil. He just retired.
yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say is, like with Arians, like I have no qualms with Bruce Arians,
You're right.
but it's a different scenario because he just, he was old and he retired.
Yeah, like
So-
if I was a Cardinals coach, I still liked Arians. He did do some things that would make you question, but like,
Yeah,
you know.
but that's just his philosophy, and I mean that's
Yeah, but
you gotta. I don't know. I kind of like that, a coach that believes in what he believes in. I mean, he is the most winning coach in Cardinals history. So
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that, but that was funny.
no, it's all good.
That was pretty hilarious. Who's
Why?
second? Who's second?
Ken Wisenhunt.
There you go. That's why.
Yeah.
Uh,
but yeah.
well, so on your little blog, you thought the Rams were going to take a step back next year.
I don't necessarily think. I don't think they'll be 11-5. I think they'll finish like 10-6. But
That's interesting.
I don't know. It just a lot of things seem to go really well for the Rams last year. Not getting injured, McVay coming in. Goff looks like he's played in the league for 6 years. Knows what he's doing.
Because McVay came in.
Right, but and then so that's what I mean. Like a lot of things went right for the Rams. So I mean, not to say that they can't or won't, but I tend to think that teams are going to be scheming different, and they have more film to watch and shit like that. So
Yeah.
but
Their defense.
But
their defense is going to be a little better though.
I understand where you're coming from, but because
If they go,
they're in a shitty division.
If they go 11-5 again, I'm cool with that.
Well, yeah, obviously, because 11-5 is going to win the division.
That shitty ass division, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
49ers
For
might be a
sure.
little better, but
But I think the 49ers will be a little bit better.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they get in the draft and stuff,
It will be,
But
because they won that coin flip
yeah, there's your hiccup.
with the Raiders.
your podcast hiccup.
There's always at least one.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
So do you want to talk about the big signing from Baltimore?
Yeah, the big signing out of Baltimore. Omar Little has signed with the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow. Indeed.
Indeed. No.
Robert Griffin Jr. III. Just kidding. That's Dan.
I was going to say.
That's Dan Patrick. You don't listen to Dan Patrick, do you?
No, not typically.
Yeah.
I like Dan Patrick. I don't listen to him, though.
Anyone that's a junior or a third, they throw the junior in the third.
I
in there.
gotcha.
Every single person. So
Yeah, it's kind
it's
of...
actually pretty funny.
it might get old after a while, though.
Nah, not usually.
No, that's okay. No big deal.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised at this move.
Yeah. I don't really.
I mean,
care.
it's not a... It's it's kind of... I think it's a big...
Jesus.
Excuse me. I think it's a big deal because I didn't think he'd ever play in the league again.
Yeah, but
I mean, I know it's just a backup role, but I feel like Flacco gets hurt. I mean...
yeah, I mean everybody.
You know what I mean? Right.
There's
There's not too many quarterbacks in the league anymore who plays a full season. I think we talked about this on our last episode.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, granted, he still has to go through training camp and make the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
But because I'm assuming it's not a big contract money wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course not.
because he just wants. I'm sure he was just like, look, I just want a shot.
Yeah.
That's all.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. I mean. Yeah. I mean, if he's playing, they're screwed. Bottom line.
I just don't like the guy. I think he's a
Hmm.
piece of shit.
Why do you say that?
I've seen him in interviews, and he just, you know, I don't know. He's just. I don't think he's a relatively nice person.
Well, I mean, if he can play football, who cares? But I guess my thing is he can't play football anymore. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and like we discussed last time, I think Kaepernick is better, and
yeah,
I think he would be a better option.
probably. Except that his girlfriend called the owner racist. So like, why the fuck would they sign him? Of any team, like, why would they do it? You know what I mean?
I understand.
But, yeah, I mean, and I don't know. You know, Griffith was good that 1 year till he blew out his knee, and you know.
I'm pretty sure it was his rookie year, playoff game in the rookie year.
Yeah, it was against Seattle, right?
It was.
I believe I was
shockingly.
I was rooting for him watching that game because
I think I was too because I hate Seattle and I have for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's too bad. I mean, it's what could have been, but you know.
There's a lot of those stories.
Yeah, well, and you know, like their coach didn't even want his ass. They wanted Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, you got to figure with Shanahan. I mean, he's an old school guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, his son wanted him too, though. So.
Oh, Jay. Or not Jay. Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
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 Well, maybe the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I don't know. So you texted me the other day about the Raiders cutting their punter.
Yep. Marquette King.
So I know you don't listen to Cowherd either, right?
No.
So do you know? So he called his own fake punt once.
It sounds like something he would do.
I don't want that guy on my team. I mean, and it didn't work. It's not like it worked.
Right. I understand.
You know what I mean? And he got called for 2.
Yeah, he's known to excessively celebrate.
Yeah, 15 yards from your punter. Fuck that.
Yeah, you can't have that. But I mean, I don't understand the whole because he signed with the Broncos, and the reason he said is because he wants to get revenge. Like, what can you do to get revenge as a punter? Like, not trying to sound disrespectful, but like, what can a punter? I mean, other than like every time they punt, pin you inside the 5 or something.
That's it.
But like,
and he's probably not capable.
You know what I mean? Like that's really all you can do.
I bet he signed for 2 reasons. 1, the money, and 2, I mean, if you're going to kick somewhere, Denver's a good place to kick because there's a high altitude.
I thought you were going to say marijuana.
Oh, maybe that too.
But yeah,
all right,
for
3
sure.
3 reasons.
I have heard that Denver is the best place to punt.
Well, yeah, it's
because the altitude.
High. Yeah, it makes sense, but like I don't know. I can't believe we're talking about a punter for fuck's sake, and it's not Johnny.
Well, you know, it's something to talk about. It was, you know, like I said, it was small, but what are you supposed to do?
It'd be cool. It'd be nice to see like Denver go back to punt, and I'm not a Raiders fan. I just see the Raiders like block his shit and like rough him up and score on it, just to be revenge.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they're gonna go after him for sure.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with old Johnny Gruden.
I guess Gruden didn't like him.
Yeah, they didn't get along.
What? I can't think. What's the coach before him? I can't think of his name.
Jack Del Rio.
I guess he didn't like him either, but he didn't have the balls to cut him.
Really?
Yeah. Which is interesting.
That's interesting. I mean, like I said, I think I talked about it a little bit last time. Like he is very nonchalant, at least in the couple of interviews I've heard. Like he doesn't really care about football.
Yeah.
He just, you know, so like I understand that not wanting that guy around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Totally. Yeah.
I mean, because it can definitely bring the team down. Like.
Yeah, it was like, man, how are we supposed to win? Our punter doesn't care.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean?
And I mean, and I feel like punters have it pretty easy. Like, you know, like as opposed to like running and like, lifting and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not running as much as a lot of the other positions.
I think nowadays they're fucking staying in shape, though. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're keeping them in shape, but I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little more lackadaisical. You don't necessarily have to be. I mean, look at Sebastian Janikowski, you know, in Oakland for 19 years.
Yeah.
The guy's fucking a big dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, he kicked for 19 years. I think he's still unsigned. I don't know if he retired or not, but
I think he retired.
I mean, you don't have to be a. Can you believe that guy was a fucking first-round pick?
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it though. If your first
he kind of panned out. I mean, he played for 19 years.
Yeah, if your first-round pick lasts 19 years, it's not that bad of a pick.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really think this was back when Al Davis was running things? So I mean, they probably could have got him in like the third or the fourth.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but if the guy plays 19 years, who cares?
I get it, but still, it's a kicker.
No, I know, but
you know.
I mean, you're the one that brought up the punter situation. So
no, yeah, for sure. Like I said, it was just something to talk about. It's something that happened.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's talk worthy.
Talk worthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish the Cardinals would have signed him. Give me something to root against.
I don't. As far as I heard, like he wanted to go to Denver, and I guess they scheduled a visit, and he did not leave without a contract. So
maybe it was the marijuana.
And now the Broncos are shopping their punter, their former punter.
How do you shop a punter?
I don't know.
We'll give you a 6th-round pick for him.
I mean, it's going to be something like that, 6th, 7th-round pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
you know, but if I had to guess, I would say they end up cutting him.
Yeah, I mean, and we won't even notice.
Right, it'll go untalked about on 4th down territory.
Yeah.
Which punters should be synonymous with 4th down territory, because
you punt on
it's 4th down.
Yeah, well, we're faking it.
A little double entendre. I think that's what it's called. I don't know.
That's why we would have Johnny Hecker as our punter, so we could fake it.
Right.
I watched all the Rams games last year, and there was
I know.
And there's a couple times where he'd go into fake, and then they're like, we're just kidding, and then they go to punt. So disappointed.
Yeah, I could imagine.
They did that against the Atlanta, I think, when they got their ass kicked against Atlanta. They went for that fake, and I was like, oh yeah, and then nope, just fucking with you, and he kicked it. Very disappointed.
That is disappointing, because I feel like a lot of fans like that. You know what I mean? Like yeah, let's fucking go for it. Coach has some balls. All right, we're good, and then it's like, you should have just kicked it.
Well, yeah. Although I don't know what his record is on going for it, but it's got to be pretty good.
I don't know.
You know.
You watch more Rams games than I do.
I think I watch more Rams games than most people, yeah.
I watch 2 Rams games a year.
Yeah, how'd that turn out last year?
Oh, they were great to watch.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially that first one in London. Woo. Great game.
Yeah, I did a fucking AIDS walk that morning with from work, like we did, like, you know, and by the time I got back, it was like 27-0 at halftime or something. I was like, it
was ugly. It unraveled very quickly.
By the time I got home and turned it on, Gurley wasn't even in the game anymore.
Yeah, they pulled him all, I want to say.
I was disappointed. I'm like, what the fuck? I want to see him play.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's why you DVR that shit.
I can't do that. That's fucking too boring for me.
Well, you DVR it, you turn your notifications off.
No.
Tell me not to text you.
No, can't do it.
And then you fast forward through commercials.
No, can't do it. It's just not. It's not my blood. I can't DVR sports.
I can DVR sports, but I cannot find out the score. If I find out the score, I can't watch it.
Yeah, I just don't even try.
So like, there's been times where I've got shit going on or whatever, and there's a game I really want to watch, so I'll DVR it. And I will go into my phone and I will turn the notifications off on my phone so I don't get texts, I don't get updates.
Yeah, of course.
And like, it's even to the point where I'll hand my phone to Abby and say, hey, if this is anything about whatever, delete it, And but if I find out the score, if I find out the score in the middle of it, I will shut it off. I just can't. Like, it seems pointless to watch a game that you know the score.
Oh, no, for sure. And, like, all that shit that you just talked about going through, like, No. I would rather just
I
go.
understand.
I look down and go, up 3-0. Okay. You know what
I'm
I
a
mean?
little more diehard. Well, I don't know about diehard, but
Yeah, I don't think that's the right word.
yeah, not for sure.
Nutbag more. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, all right. So, next topic, Edelman.
Julian Edleman. You're gonna have to lead on this because honestly, I didn't really do too much homework on it.
Yeah, then why do you want to bring it up? We just talked about it yesterday.
That's kind of a big deal.
Is it, though? I didn't even look at anything.
What do you mean you didn't even look at anything?
I looked at it yesterday. I have no new knowledge on the situation.
Well, I mean, from what I heard, a kid DM'd him, Julian Edelman.
Yeah,
Said something about
on Instagram.
He wanted to kill people or something, and what Edelman called the cops or something.
Yeah, like someone who works for him or something, or maybe runs his account or something. I don't know. Contacted the Boston authorities. They then contacted Michigan authorities.
Right.
Because it was Michigan, and they arrested some 14-year-old kid or something with like
It was just nuts.
guns and shit.
That's just nuts.
I heard.
I wonder what inclined him to message Julian Edelman.
Who knows?
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, who knows? The same thing that was going to incline him to bring guns to school.
I guess.
You know what I mean? I heard on the radio they were like, "You know what that makes Julian Edelman? A patriot."
Wow.
Yeah, that's
clever. But
almost crashed my car when I heard that.
Yeah. Wow, Julian Edelman, ladies and gentlemen, he's a Patriot playing for the Patriots.
Yeah, fucking retarded.
Yeah.
All right, so you wanted to have a bold prediction.
Yeah, so I mean, just like add a little segment on each one.
Because our goal for this little podcast is to start doing every week. We know, like, once draft day hits, we're done for a little while. We'll take a little hiatus. Right. I've tried.
Like I said, we don't have to start it right now because the only thing we could really do is like I kind of suggested earlier. Like, I believe the Browns will trade the first and fourth picks and not use. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but are you just saying that because you?
I don't think that. Yeah. But I mean, like that's just what, like, right now, that's just kind of like what we could use as an example to show, like, because there's really not much to predict right now.
How about the Bills trading their 2 number 1s up to number 4 to get the Browns pick?
It's a possibility.
I don't think that'll happen. It's kind of stupid unless they have.
Because it's what they're like 12-23 or 12-25 or something like that. Yeah, I feel like that's just too far down.
No, you don't think 2 more draft picks on the Browns would help? 2 more number 1s?
Obviously. So, I was actually thinking about it the other night. Mm-hmm. It was yesterday, I believe. And what if the Jets traded up to get Saquon Barkley? What if the Jets are just absolutely in love with Saquon Barkley? That'd be stupid, right? To trade up?
I don't think it'd be stupid.
You don't think it'd be stupid to trade all those picks for a running back?
No, I don't. I'm not against running backs like everybody else. I think running back is a great position that is, sure, you can get by with like 3 people, but if you can find someone who can play every down and take it to the house and block and do everything, I think he's worth that.
Well, I mean, obviously time will tell.
I think Saquon will be better than Elliott.
I don't like him. So
I didn't ask you if you liked him.
I understand. Yeah, I think he's going to be really good. You know, I really do.
Well,
I think.
Okay, so let me ask you this: who don't you like? Because I said Saquon Barkley and Elliott, and you said I don't like him.
Ezekiel Elliott. I don't like Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, who does? I mean, but he's good.
He's got I don't think he's that good. I think he had a great offensive line in front of him, and I think they used the play action a lot, set him up for, like, don't get me wrong, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
But he's not. I don't think he's like a Hall of Famer.
Well, he's only played 2 years.
And not to mention
I'm not asking about his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with it.
It does.
I asked if he was good.
Yeah, he's good. I'll give it. I guess he's good. I think Saquon Barkley could be great.
Then why would it be stupid to trade up to number 3 for a great player?
I mean, it just seems like a lot to go up and get a goddamn running back.
What,
you know what I mean?
This is the same thing I said to you before with the Jet of being like devil's advocate with the Colts. They trade back, take somebody at 6. Who knows who they get? He sucks.
Right.
Say the Jets or anyone in front of them take Saquon, and they could have, and I said the next Walter Payton, and you were like, oh, I think he's different than Payton. I just meant a fucking Hall of Famer.
I understand.
Well, that's what I meant is a Hall of Famer, and so then the Colts were then stupid. In 12 years, they'd be like, well, how the fuck would they trade back? They could have got a Hall of Fame.
It's all hindsight.
It is hindsight in 12 years. It's not hindsight now.
It's not hindsight now, but in 12 years it's hindsight. But I mean,
but I'm not saying it in 12 years.
Out of I mean, the NFL draft is such a roll of the dice anyways. I mean, for God's sakes, there's number 1 overall picks who haven't panned out. Who have been touted as the best prospect coming. This is for sure. He's a for sure thing. Like he's going to be great, and then just shits the bed. Never even fucking does a damn thing.
Right, and you think this Saquon guy is going to be good, so why not trade up and get him if you think he's going to be good?
I mean, dude, all it takes is one injury.
Oh, come on. You know what I mean? That's not an excuse. They all get injured. I mean, it's football. Every fucking person gets drafted.
He did get hurt a couple times in college. I'm just saying.
Okay. Everybody gets hurt.
I just thought it would be interesting to hear what you thought. That's all. Because I was driving and I go, fuck. I go, what if the Jets are in love with Saquon Barkley and they feel like Cleveland's going to take him at 4 and they felt they needed to get ahead of him and they were able to, and they did.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way it's going to play out, but I wouldn't.
I don't necessarily think that.
I wouldn't think that's the worst thing in the world for them to do.
For sure.
I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're just going to get a quarterback and probably one that's not good, and then Cleveland will take Saquon Barkley at 4, and then he'll be good.
Yeah.
The thing about
and Cleveland will be good next year.
I don't know if they'll be good next year.
Couple years.
Yeah. Although I mean, if they're going to they could possibly have a good quarterback, a good running back. They have a good defensive.
Well, they're going to have Tyrod start this year, I would assume.
It's a little early to assume that, but yeah. What if he got hurt? I mean,
come on.
What if he got hurt? He gets hurt every year.
Well, yeah. But I would assume they're not going to.
I'm just saying.
They're not going to baptize by fire.
You don't know that. There's no way you can say that.
I don't think Hugh Jackson's that kind of guy.
Who are they picking?
What?
Who are they picking?
They're going to take Sam Darnold at number 1.
Okay. And if Tyrod gets hurt, who's playing?
Yeah, I know, but I said he's not going to start the season unless Tyrod Taylor is hurt in training camp or whatever. But if Tyrod is healthy, he will be the opening day starter.
So you don't think if Darnold beats him out, they don't let him start?
I mean, I think he would really have to impress. Really have to impress.
Well,
I mean, that's pretty big balls to put a fucking quarterback in Cleveland of all places. The city who has had 28 quarterbacks in the past 17 years. Maybe it's time to change the culture. Maybe it's time to do things a little different. Maybe it's time to not draft the guy at number 1, number 2, number 3, and then throw him to the wolves. And you have no playmakers around him. You have no offensive lineman other than Joe Thomas, who, oh, by the way, retired.
They have linemen.
Yeah, I mean, but
yeah.
But there's nobody on defense. There's nobody on offense. I'm talking for the past 17, 18 years.
Yeah, but you're being dramatic.
They've just been a shit show. They've been a shit show of an organization.
That's not exactly news.
I know, but that's what I mean. Maybe the new GM and Hugh Jackson, this isn't his first year, but maybe maybe they're sitting down going, hey, you know what? Let's do things differently. Let's actually draft this kid. Let's have him sit. Let's have him learn behind a veteran who's been in the league for, excuse me, 4, 5, 6 years. I don't know off the top of my head.
It's all good, dude.
But
I think he's been in the
yeah.
league 28 years.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was 28 quarterbacks in 17 years.
Yeah, something like that. It really is. I'm not kidding. It's like it's some absurd number.
It's probably more in the last 20. Every team's probably.
I mean, it's just insane how many goddamn quarterbacks they've had.
But here's the thing: you can go off on your little rant about how bad Cleveland is. It's like I said, it's not news. I mean, everybody knows they suck. That's why they're picking number 1 for the second year in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you pick the number 1 guy and you think he's good enough, I think you play him. If you don't think he's good enough, then you don't play him. But you don't hold him back if he's good. That's all I'm saying. And
you think so?
But no, I mean, I think it just depends on the situation. But the situation hasn't occurred yet, so you can't really be like, "Oh no, you can't play him." There's no fucking way.
And we also talked about that.
Yeah,
they're not the best players in the draft. Yeah. Darnold might be the best quarterback prospect in the class, like as in quarterbacks, but he's not the best player in the draft.
But he's probably better than Tyrod.
I mean, a lot of people are better than Tyrod.
So then why is playing him changing the culture?
Who names their son Tyrod?
Mrs. Taylor.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Taylor?
Yeah, Opie. Tyrod.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't be nailed down to something like that.
I understand, but I guess I think that's the way I would do it. I feel like that's the right way to do it.
I don't think there's a right way. That's the problem. Like, when did Wentz?
I think you're right. I think it is different by situation.
I don't think I think that's like old school. Like I think people are over that now. I think they're more ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they draft a fucking guard out of Notre Dame and
we got I think it's actually 3 weeks to the day.
Yeah, I probably work.
It's April 27th. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yep. It's a Thursday, so yeah, it's 3 weeks from today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which will be good.
And then nothing happens for 2 months.
And then nothing. Other than training camp starts and, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, I hate training camp.
Well, it'll be all right, though. Take a little break, and then maybe we'll come up with some different ideas and some things we want to do, and we can tinker and do all that.
Yeah, I don't even know if we need ideas. We just need shit to talk about.
Right. But, I mean, maybe we'll come up with,
Like you get naked on the podcast?
No, I don't think we're going to do any of that.
Oh, thank God. I got scared for a second.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you naked and purple.
No. Absolutely.
It's like,
I would.
It's like
I would be scared for you.
It's like one or the other. I can't have both.
Yeah, right.
It's too much.
Absolutely.
You could be like the Suns mascot if you did that.
The gorilla?
No, just a big purple thing. Fuck the gorilla.
Oh. Okay.
Never made sense anyway. So I mean, come on.
Right. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I mean, he's cool and all, but stupid. But
I don't know.
All right, so we're coming to the end of this little shindig.
I think we're coming to the end here.
All right, so bottom line, the Rams are going to go 16-0.
Bold statement. There it is.
Yeah, they're not going 16-0.
No, it's a stupid statement. Sorry.
It was a joke. An
uneducated.
No one in their right mind would pick that.
No.
13-3, maybe.
You never know.
Yeah. But
gotta get lucky again, stay healthy again all year.
Yeah, do you? I mean, you play the Cardinals twice, you play Seattle twice, play the 49ers twice. There's 6 wins right there. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I know.
Who are the Cardinals going to draft again? Lamar Jackson, you think?
Yep, Lamar Jackson.
And then
they won't draft Lamar Jackson.
And then they'd have 3 quarterbacks. Maybe they could put him in.
They just signed 2 fucking quarterbacks.
Yeah, I heard that.
Two ding dong.
What are their names? Tell me about them.
Well,
without looking it up.
One of them is.
I'm kidding. I don't care.
One of them's like Brad Dowdy. and he came from Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's something like that. Look it up on your phone there, Chief.
I don't want to.
And the other one is like Alex Targizin or something like that. And I'm not kidding. He played his college football at Penn.
No, I heard about him.
And he went undrafted.
I'm not
and
sure
he was with the. It's Targizin or Targurizin or something like that. But the first one is like Brad Dowdy or something like that. He went to Western Kentucky. He was drafted in the 7th round. He was in Miami for the past 2 years, didn't play. And the other Alex Targizin went undrafted, signed with the Lions, didn't take a snap or anything.
Yeah, one of them
they're just camp arms.
Yeah,
that's all they're going to be.
Yeah, one of them got cut like a couple times from a couple different teams.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just literally going to be camp arms is all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like they will not make the team.
Yeah, last year they did that with the dude at ASU. I can't think of his name.
Berkovici.
Yeah, and then the Chargers signed him.
Well, he was on the Chargers practice squad, and we signed him off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Chargers signed him from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
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 I mean, the only reason we know that is because he went to ASU.
Right.
But someone like
that, you know. Right.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, this was fun.
It was.
You know,
as always.
Go Browns.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck the Browns. Fuck them all.
Hey, but when did Andrew Luck start?
What do you mean?
Like, how many games into his career did he start?
Right away.
How about Peyton Manning?
Right away.
How about Ryan Lee?
You think Sam Darnold is a generational quarterback?
No. I mean, I don't know. I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I doubt it. But it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to say he's not than to say he is.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, but I think he could be really good. He's only a fucking sophomore. He's only played fucking.
I know.
Like less than 20 games, I think, or like 24 games or something.
I gotcha.
I think he's gonna be good though. I really do.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, good call. We'll find out.
You never know. We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm hanging up.
All right, well, listen, if you like this, even if you don't like it, hit the like button.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button. Leave a nice review. You know, maybe you like how Nick's hair looks, or they like the Rottweiler shirt that he has on, or you like how I didn't wear a hat this podcast. Just rate, subscribe, review. All positive comments. That's going to do it for Fourth Down Territory. I'm Josh.
And I'm Nick.
And cue the outro music. We'll talk to you next week.